Okay folks, I'm going to tie you an olive buzzer pupa or midge pupa. The hook I have in the vise is a size 10 Camazon B110 grubber hook in size 10. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is the Ultra thread in 70 in black by UTC. So I'm simply just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook. Just going to run on a few turns of thread, just to, when I let my thread go, slightly past the point of the hook. Now the rib on the fly is a silver wire, just a small, this is a small silver wire. Let me check, it doesn't give me the diameter of it, it's just a silver creek. But you use whatever silver wire that you have. Now I'm just going to tie this on, just going to offer it up to the hook and tie it on the way down. So I'm just going to get a few turns in, and then if you spin UTC thread anti-clockwise, it flattens the thread for you. So spin up the bobbin holder anti-clockwise. Just going to tie this, and when I keep the wire on my side, just going to bring the thread down a wee ways around the bend to there. Now the body is a uni floss in olive. So just going to come in, take a good length of the uni floss, trim that away, then just going to offer this up to the hook. Now just going to come around with a turn to hold. So I want to pull it in the length of the body to there. Then I want to take my thread turns up, tying in the floss. Nice close touching turns. Make sure the floss, a bit of moisture, make sure the floss stays on top. Up to there. Now I'm going to spin the bobbin holder again, anti-clockwise. Then I'm going to bring the thread down halfway, and then back up again. Spin it again anti-clockwise. I'm going to bring it down a couple of mil to there, and then back up again. Now we can bring up our floss. Now just before I do that, I'm just going to throw in a half hitch, just a bit of security, stop the thread from maybe bouncing off on me. Now I'm just going to run the floss through my fingers, and then just simply bring the floss up. Just want to try and create a nice body on the buzzer. You want your floss to be flat, so just bring it up, one turn slightly overlapping the other. Right the whole way up to meet your thread to there. Now keep a hold of the floss, following around with your thread. Nice tight turns just to secure everything in, and then come in and trim away the excess of the floss. Then we can bring up a rib. Doing 4 or 5 turns of the wire for the rib up to there, following across with your thread. So just hold your wire, simply following across with your thread, and then just going to keep the wire on the side, and I'm going to run this up the length of the thorax. So we'll bring it right up to the eye, securing that in. Now you can, if you've got dedicated scissors, you can cut the wire away, but I just like to bend and break it off. Now we'll bring my thread back a touch, then back up to the eye, and then just back. Bring your thread back into the middle of the thorax. Now there's a thorax cover on the fly, and that's going to be a cock pheasant fibres. So just going to take enough off, just bring them up from the stem, just get them sitting up from the stem straight. Just come in, hold your pheasant tail up, and then just simply pull the pheasant tail away, and that'll give you your fibres off. Now I don't need these wee fine ends. I'm just going to come in, knock him away. Then I'm going to offer this up to the hook. Just going to come around with a couple of loose turns. Then I'm going to pull it in the length. Now I want to flatten the pheasant tail out, and I'm going to bring the pheasant tail back down to meet the body. I'm going to come back up, securing this in, then back down. Now the body's dubbed, and it's just hare's ear, just a hare's ear dubbing. So just come in, take a couple of pinches of the hare's ear dubbing off, just rip it off the ear, or you can cut it away if you like. Just going to come in, just dub it onto the thread, slide it up, and just bring it up. Now you want it to be sparse, you don't want it to be too much, so just bring it up to there, a few turns of thread in front. Just going to throw in another half hitch at this point. Just don't want the thread bouncing off on me and just raveling all the work that we've done. Now there's a wee hackle at the front, and this is a natural hen hackle. It's lovely marked, some white, some black in it. I'll show you the cape. That's the cape there. It's just a natural, just off a natural hen, black hen. So I'm just going to come in, stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip. Now I want some of the white in it. Just going to stroke those back. I'm going to offer this up to the hook. I'm going to come around with a couple of turns to secure it in. I'm going to fold the tip back, bring the thread back up over the tip and the hackle. Come in, locate your tip and break it away. Now at this stage you're just looking a couple of turns of the hackle. You're not looking to go crazy, so just come round. 2 turns should be enough. So that's one. Now if one does you, just put one in like that. That's fine. I'm going to put 2 in because this flies for me, so I'll come round and put another turn in. Yeah, that's plenty. Just going to keep a hold of the hackle underneath. I'll come round over with a turn of thread. Then a couple of turns to secure everything in. Now the stem's thin enough that I can fold it back and bring the thread turns up over the top of the stem, securing in the hackle, keeping the thread tight and break it away. Now all you're looking to do here is just split the hackle, the hen hackle, in half and bring over your thorax cover. Just bring it over, just hold it reasonably tight, and then just come round with a loose turn of thread onto the pheasant tail. Just a loose turn, and then a couple of nice tight turns to tighten everything up. Now just come in, nice pair of sharp scissors, and just trim away the excess of the cock pheasant fibre. Now I'm just going to bring the thread to the front and just build my thread up over the cut ends of the cock pheasant fibre. Now just be patient, building your head up to there. Now keeping your thread tight, you can just come in with your whip finishing tool and just throw in a whip finish. Pull your thread up, put it nice and tight, come in, trim away the thread. Now before I varnish the head, there's just a wee fibre there, just want to take it away. Then we can check and see what we're like. So it's dead on. Just going to come in, we drop a varnish onto the head just to seal everything up. Right the whole way right round. And there you go. So that's just a wee olive buzzer, Midge Pupa. You mix that up a wee bit. You could use a pearl for a thorax cover. You could use red seals for our SLF for the thorax, you could use a different colour hackle at the front. It's entirely up to you. That's what fly tan's about. Sitting down, bit of fun at the vase, different colours, different patterns. Anyway, look, give the fly a wee go. Tie them up in size 10s, 12s, maybe even 14s. It's worth having a half a dozen or so in your box, and hopefully they catch you a few fish.